Alright, everyone. It'll be just me today, but today we'll be doing Pokemon Crystal with Aegislash. This was a run suggested to me by Kiwi123. He is in chat right now, but he got this suggestion because he did a $5 super chat, or $5 minimum super chat. So if anyone out there wants to think of their own Pokemon for us to backport, if you go to the starting soon screen, we have access to we have 3 different ways for you to be able to. Mariah, I don't really have any of that stuff set up. If you want the Discord, it should be in the panels below or in the YouTube description. Alright, so we're not going to be changing form because I really could not figure out how to code that. So we're just going to have to stick to the default form. It is not that good. We only have 50 in attack and special attack, but our defensive stats are 140, so hopefully it'll work out just fine, but our speed stat is 60. That's like really cutting it on the edge of being able to outspeed some things, so if we do near minimum training, I think Lance's Aerodactyl might outspeed us, but we are medium fast instead of slow, so that could help us in the end. We'll see. So yeah, Steve is usually busy on Wednesday, so he never streams, but I needed to... I have a lot of I have a huge backlog of crystal runs that we need to get done, mainly me, so I want to get them all done by the end of August, so that way in September I can go back to the Fire Red backports. I better take a month break just to get all these crystal runs done. So it'll be just me today. I am in the Discord, though, as you can tell by the speech bubbles. In case, like, Steve stops by just to chat, or anyone else. Oh, Mariah, thank you for becoming a member. I appreciate that. See, all I had to do was say it, and it happens. Someone suggest Aggron? No. I don't think so, no. That'd be an interesting run, I will say. Also, hello, Annie, KPI, Kiwi, Yokai, and MPF, and D1. Maybe I'll stop by the Discord. Hey, the Discord's a pretty good place to be. I got some nice emotes there. Whenever I do my second playthrough re-ranks, I actually stream them in the Discord instead of on YouTube or Twitch, so that's if you want to stop by one of those. Alright, so Mariah, well, thank you for becoming a member. If you think of a backport, be sure to let me know. We'll do just about anything. Just no Feebas or Pyukamuku. Steve and I want to do Pyukamuku at some point. We're thinking of having a monetary goal to get to it. Like, because look up its moveset. Then you'll see why. Like, we can't just do it for any old YouTube member. We gotta set a goal for it. It's that bad. Alright, so, let's get this show on the road. 3, 2, 1, go. What moveset? You'll see when we pick up the Pokemon. Since this is a Stone evolution, we only get access to level up moves. This thing in in Scarlet and Violet, or Sword and Shield, I can't remember what was the most recent game it was in, but it only gets access to only level 1 moves, so I had to choose which 4. So these are all of my backported moves on the overlay. I backported Shadow Sneak, Swords Dance, or Sacred Sword, and Aerial Ace. So Shadow Sneak is just a ghost type clone of Quick Attack. Sacred Sword is a 90 power fighting move. It's supposed to ignore the opponent's defense increases, but I didn't really know how to code that, so I just made it a high crit move. I figured that should be roughly the same thing. And Aerial Ace is just a flying type Swift. Same base power too. Plus, having Swords Dance at the start's going to be incredible. We're going to hold on to that for pretty much the entire game. Hopefully that cancels out our lower attack stat. At least I hope so. Yeah, Annie, that's the point. Pyukumuku gets 0 attacking moves. 0. All of its moves do not have a base power. I mean, Steve and I do want to do it, but we need to lock it behind some sort of goal. We still haven't figured out what that goal should be yet. I mean, it is pretty bulky, yeah. You know, it's funnily enough, we can't even use Curse as a strategy because we're a ghost type. So it's a good thing we have Swords Dance. Although, we are going to be weak to ground type moves, so I think when we do Faulkner, he's only going to spam Mud Slap, but we do have access to Aerial Ace, so we will be able to cancel that. Cancel out the accuracy drops. Man, I'm just not clearing my throat that well. What I had to do just now is I had to take off one half of my headset. If both of the ends of my headset are on, I usually can't tell like how loud I'm talking, and I end up straining my voice. So I need to hear how I talk, if that makes any sense. Yeah, he will. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, it's not like he can use Tackle. 69-month member. I mean, we want to do it sooner than that. Also, this week, we'll be doing 3 crystal backports in a span of 3 days. Today, we have Aegislash. Tomorrow, we're going to be joined with Scott in doing Zygarde. And then on Friday, Steve and I will be doing Mimikyu. Yeah, only the Pidgeotto has Gust. Okay, I really should have used a Swords Dance in the start of that fight. I mean, my attack stat is so low, I should probably use a Swords Dance every single fight. Like, at least just one. Look at that. I doubled my attack, and it only did that much. Oh no, my accuracy dropped. Whatever shall I do? Yeah, having a berry is really, really good for Faulkner. Because, like, 10 HP in the start of the game is effectively like a third of your health, so the fact that a third of your health is just healed is really helpful. Yeah, plus the good thing about me doing this Aegislash run by myself, you guys probably know this by now, but whenever Scott joins us in a backport race, I always get real nervous and I make a lot of screw-ups. So hopefully me getting warmed up before tomorrow will definitely help. So that's one bonus of doing Aegislash today. Man, I still haven't found a Bellsprout yet. I might have to just get the Oddish. Also, we do get access to both Swift and Headbutt, but I'm not going to go get Swift because my main problem with getting Swift is if you go over there, your Repel's going to run out. And you're going to end up encountering wild Pokemon. I mean, I was thinking of getting Headbutt as well, but I actually want to hold on to Shadow Sneak for Morty, so that way I can get a free Swords Dance, and even if I get hit with Curse, as I should be able to outspeed with Shadow Sneak due to it being priority, and just hopefully one-shot most of his team. And I do want to hold on to Aerial Ace to skip accuracy checks. And Sacred Sword is just a really good fighting move. Especially, I'm going to use it for Jasmine. But in terms of our TM moves, like, effectively speaking, our best TM moves are just Swift, Headbutt, Return, Shadow Ball, Psychic, Iron Tail. If you guys are wondering where the heck this thing gets a tail, there's only one Steel TM in this whole game. If something gets, like, I don't know, the TM for Iron Head or something, it's going to get Iron Tail. I'm sorry. There's just no replacement for that. Going through a cave without a repels is sin. Not as well. I mean, sometimes your sometimes you have no choice. Like, think of red and blue. Hello, Axio. I mean, I did go into that fight pretty underleveled, so I should have expected that. Alright, I'm actually going to try an interesting strat. I don't do this too much, because I often don't think of it, but that is not the right move. I'm actually going to do the rival before Bugsy. Because Steve and I realized, if we ever do a run where we struggle with Bugsy, I think something we did most recently was a good example of this. I don't remember what it was. We did something recently that struggled at Bugsy. Like, it was a bit too late, but Steve had the idea, wait a minute, just fight the rival first, so that way you can get an extra level. So yeah, I decided to do that. I mean, that fight would have been easy if I had just used Shadow Sneak on the Ghastly. Yeah, Steel is one of the worst offensive typings in all of Pokemon. Hello, Babu33. I mean, it is pretty bulky, yeah. I'm just glad it's not the slow level up group. Steve and I realized we needed a fair way to compare like Pokemon in the slow level up group to like Pokemon in like medium slow or medium fast. Because here's the thing. If something is in the slow level up group, we're obviously not going to be as high of a level towards the end of the game, right? So oftentimes our higher stats don't mean much. Like, what's the point in a slow level up having 80 speed if we're going to be like 7 levels lower near the end of the game? That's not going to end up looking like 90 speed. Like, effectively speaking, if you have 2 Pokemon with 90 base speed, but one of them's slow, the other one's medium fast, the medium fast one will end up being faster because it levels up quicker. If that makes any sense. Let me buy the items and I can explain. Alright, I need 7 escape ropes, 8 repels, and some potions. So we found a formula. We actually compared a bunch of different Pokemon. We compared Pokemon in the slow level up and the medium fast group at different levels. Like, we compared against 52 to 56 and 56 to 60. Oh, I didn't think that would kill. We did a bunch of those comparisons. Pokemon in the slow level up group often have 92% of the stats of a medium fast Pokemon. Because the 2 Pokemon end up at 2 different levels at the end of the game because of their XP group. So all we have to do is, it's a rough estimate, but we take like our speed and attack, which is roughly like the most important one, and then we times it by 0.92, and that should give us a rough estimate. Like, for example, if I was doing something with, if I was doing a slow level up Pokemon with 50 base speed, if we do the math conversion, that's roughly equivalent to a medium fast Pokemon with 47 speed. Like, it really does put it into perspective. But if it's the other way around, like, if we're doing a medium slow Pokemon, but the stats look horrible, if we compare it to what it would be if it was in the slow group, then you start to see a new picture. Hopefully that makes sense. I don't know why the charcoal sells for so much money. I couldn't really answer that for you. Alright, I need to get goldenrod routing in my head. Okay, heal at the center. Get the bike. I'm not going to get on it just yet. I'm going to wait till next time I open my menu. Alright, and then I have to go up here. At least Sacred Sword will be good for the Magnemites. And then you get oddballs that have low base stat totals. Yeah. So yeah, pretty much the worst Pokemon are slow level ups with horrible stats. But yeah, like how this Aegislash has 60 speed. If this was in the, if Aegislash was 60 in the slow level up group, we would effectively have a speed stat of like 54. Like, a 6-point difference may not seem like much, but near the end of the game, that could result in like 13 whole speed points, for example. It could result in a massive difference, which can be the result between winning and getting resets. Alright. Abra. I knew I was forgetting some. Do I have enough money? Oh, yeah. Barely. I am surprised I avoided that guy. Okay. Uh, I knew he was going to end up seeing me based on that position, but I went for it anyway. I mean, at least this guy's good experience, you know? It's not that bad. Alright, I am pretty slow, so I'm gonna get the Quick Claw just in case. Alright, equip the Quick Claw. And teleport back. And then we can go fight Miss Whitney. We are Ghost type, so the only move of hers that can hit us is Rollout, but I'll just set up a Swords Dance on the Clefairy, and we should be good from there. I'm insane Aegislash isn't in the slow growth rate, despite having stance change, and that effectively gives it 700 base stat total. Yeah, right. Metronome Sledge Bomb, Metronome Rage. Okay, that is impressive. 2 Swords Dances still couldn't one-shot. Who let this guy cook? I don't know. Oh, get out of the way. I did get this, right? Yeah, I did. Darn. Hey, Sundown. I'm impressed I avoided that guy, and I encountered a Pokemon. Okay, so, we're definitely not gonna outspeed the, Morty's Gengar, but honestly, I don't think outspeeding is gonna matter that much now that I think about it, because we have Shadow Sneak. I think the main plan should just be, set up on the Ghastly until I get hit with Curse, and then just sweep with Shadow Sneak and hope for the best. Alright, I think this one has the Umbreon. Yeah. Swords Dance. Wow. I honestly shouldn't have even bothered with the Swords Dance at that point. Alright, well, Sacred Sword do half. Ooh, nice, crit. Alright, get the Hyper Potion. I am still trying to make the bike work in Gen 2, because I know the bike can save you a lot of time. I just need to figure out the more optimal places to use it. Like, within cities is definitely not a good idea. Alright, that thing might live. Yep. Ooh, man. That could have been bad. Plus, I didn't heal for that fight either. Yeah, so I'm gonna try and save the bike mainly for the routes. Because I think in the routes, the bike is pretty good to use. Within towns, unless you're just straight up passing through, it's just not the best idea. Path to Jasmine's. Oh yeah, the path to Morty's town That is not a good place for the bike, but the path to Jasmine, it's actually pretty good to use the bike there because it's a lot of straight paths. There are a couple of parts that are a bit tricky. Mainly, like, there's a couple of spinners, but they're spinners. Like, not much I can do about those. Alright, I'm gonna save just in case. Alright, so the plan is to Swords Dance until I get hit with Curse. Alright, +2. Let's see if that's enough. Is it one-shot Gengar? Wow, barely did. Oh boy. So honestly, it might be worth taking some extra damage on the Ghastly just to have 2 set up. Alright, so something else I'm trying to remember to start doing. After I go straight down, I need to turn left immediately so I can avoid the Sailor. Alright, so now I'm not going to use the bike. Alright, gotta buy some super repels. Get strength. No, don't teach Surf. I don't even have my Krabby yet. Krabby. Shadow Sneak. Oh boy. There we go. Alright, I'm gonna teach these now before I forget. It's not Krabby. I usually have the auto run set on when I play Heart Gold. When I go to Mortystown, I turn it off, and that's 1-time speed. Honestly, whenever I did play Heart Gold, I never liked having that feature on. Just because I've noticed at a young age, whenever I ran, the spinners were always looking at me, so I would rather just hold B while running. Plus, it feels kind of harder to control at times. I'm just not a fan of auto run. I mean, it works fine for a 3-dimensional game like Gen 6 and Plus. Like, it feels fine because the world feels more open, but for a 2D game, like, imagine if in Crystal there was an option to auto run. That's like always being on the bike. Darn. It's easier on your thumbs. I mean, I get that, yeah. I'm just not a fan of it. Okay, so Chuck should actually be really easy because of Aerial Ace. Okay, this place should be just fine. Actually, can anybody in this gym even hit me? You can't. The Hitmonchan could, but it's pathetic. Also, sorry. Also, you may think, why not just teach Shadow Ball now? You just beat Morty. I would rather hold on to Shadow Sneak for now, just because having the ability to outspeed with a priority attack might end up being more worth it than the damage. We'll see. Actually, the Poliwrath, I think, can only hit me with Surf. It can't even hit me with Dynamic Punch. So it might just use Hypnosis and Surf. I'm still going to use a potion just in case. Yeah, this guy can't even hit me. So I could probably just set up for free. Okay, yeah, Chuck is 100% free. Also, something I like to do is whenever I retrieve my, whenever I teach Fly to Kenya, I like to put it, in the second slot of my party for it to be easier for me to reach, or at least quicker, because I don't like Spearow being, like, all over the inventory. So I like to put it in the same spot just so, for muscle memory, I know where it is. Usually Cerebi does list the moveset of the trainers. I don't... Did Cerebi do that? I know Bulbapedia doesn't do that. I knew for, like, gym leaders and stuff they do. Not, like, random trainers. Usually for most random trainers, it's their level up movesets. Although there are exceptions for each trainer. Like, for example, the guy in the Goldenrod, you know, the little basement area where you can get the coin case? There's a guy with a licky tongue down there who knows Cut. Even though it's not supposed to learn Cut by level up. I think they did that just so it could actually hit normal types. Oh, darn. I'm actually one Sacred Sword short, so now I have to use Shadow Sneak. That's fine, though. Lance is gonna heal me for free after this. I'm gonna skip that. I think for regular runs, for backports with Pokerus, I may actually start skipping that nugget. I usually like to get that nugget in normal runs so I can get an extra vitamin, but it's not like we can use many vitamins anyway, so most of the time I don't even use it, so yeah, I think just skip it. There is a protein here, so I actually do want to get that. Could be useful. Nice, I avoided the spinner, but I do have to pass him again. They also don't tell you bleep about how the slot machines work. Fun fact, I know this is a thing in Fire and Leaf Green. I don't know about the other games. There are some slot machines that straight up have better odds. There's an NPC in the game that straight up says so. Although most people ignored it because it could just be a gambler's philosophy, like this machine is unlucky. But no, some of the machines in the game corner, statistically in the game, have a higher chance of a payout. And I remember in, what game was this? I think it was Gold, Silver, and Crystal. There was a machine with higher odds. There was one specific machine in Goldenrod, but the main issue is that there's a guy who's always playing it. There's only a few hours in the day he's not there, and you can play it. I think it's the guy who tells you about the higher odds. Yeah, Sinnoh slot machines are weird. It'd be really funny if these electrodes use self-destruct. Come on, you know you wanna. Aw. It is really annoying, though, how a lot of these things are like 2 to 3 shots because of our low attack. Alright, teach Whirlpool now. Dang it, Douglas got me. My mango is the blow up. Okay, I need to use some swords dances. Also, have you guys noticed I haven't changed my level up set at all? I do plan, though, on getting Return. I don't know what to teach it over. I'm thinking get rid of Aegislash. I'm not sure, though. I'm torn between Aegislash and Shadow Sneak. Because Ghost offensively just is not good. I mean, yeah, it's just the fact that... Oops. It's just the fact that... a lot of random Pokemon take more than one turn. Those actually... Y'all saw nothing. Y'all saw nothing. Alright, save here. The Magnemites can hit me with Thunder Wave. I probably should have equipped the berry. Let me see if Sacred Sword one-shots. It does. Okay, it doesn't even matter. Swords Dance. Iron Tail's pathetic. Pathetic. That crit. Okay, the higher defense may actually be coming in quite handy. It's allowing me to do fights at near minimum battles. Here's the question, like, I do plan on getting return, but what should I delete? That is not the rare candy. Oh my god. But I know Scott would try and say, if you do pick up the bike and then you have to register it, he says it's usually like a 14-second thing. I don't believe it's well, it could be 14 seconds on normal text, so I'll give him that part. But you said you'd have to make up 14 seconds, but honestly, you can make up the 14 seconds and then some just in the Kanto section alone. Because in Kanto, you're pretty much just going to be on your bike all the dang time. Like, especially for huge segments, like going from Diglett's Cave straight down to Palatown. Like, that alone on the bike versus walking, I think that route alone can save you, like, 4 or 5 seconds. Hello, Michael. What am I watching? I'm doing Pokemon Crystal, but I backported the Pokemon Aegislash. So, it's effectively, I'm playing a modern Pokemon in an old game. And I even gave it some of its new moves, too, like Sacred Sword. Because Sacred Sword is not a move normally in Crystal. But with the power of coding and disassembly, anything's possible. I just realized these Magnemites only have Sonic Boom as an attacking move. For some reason, I thought they also had Thunder Shock. Kind of like Jasmine's Magnemites, but I guess not. Okay, this guy could be a... Actually, no. I was just going to say this guy could be hard, but... Because of a smokescreen. But I literally have Aerial Ace. Honestly, it's really good this thing gets Aerial Ace. So I never have to worry about it missing. It looks like +4 with Swords Dance was just the right amount of setup, because... You notice +4, it did about half. A +6 would not have one-shot, so +4 was actually the right amount of setup. That was a scary part for the Repel to run out. Hey, Boss KO. Oh, Boss KO, we finally got Mimikyu working, so we will be doing that stream on Friday. Basically, whoever made the Mimikyu sprite that I was using didn't make it properly, because the sprites are... Basically what happened is that the sprites are supposed to be in indexed color mode, which is basically the image assigns numbers to each of the colors, and that's how the game is able to tell what the color scheme is based on those numbers. But whoever made the sprite did not do that step, and they were not indexed properly, so it couldn't even find a color palette. But Scott helped me fix it, so I know how to fix it next time in case I find another sprite like it. So that's good. Also, check this guy out. Just a single level 27 Rattata. I'm so scared. I feel like I'm playing this run extremely good today. If I can get a 0 reset run with like no major problems, I may not even do a second run just because of how perfect I did it. Like, I haven't made any major mistakes today. But I mean, it could happen, so we'll see. And stuff not one-shotting is really infuriating. It's making each fight, like, take a second or so longer. But with the amount of trainers in this game, it does make a difference. Yeah, 0 resets is still really nice. That actually could have been bad if it crit. Just blew himself up. Has anyone kept count of how many times I used the bike today? I think I've only used it like 3 or 4 times, but I feel like it has helped out in a lot of spots. But I'm pretty sure throughout the whole run I can get a lot of time save. I know Scott's main argument is that even if the bike could save you time, the fact that you're moving around quicker, you'll be more prone to making mistakes. And the amount of time save is pretty minuscule at best. Like, even if it may save you like 30 seconds throughout the whole run, it runs with the bigger risk of making more mistakes because of how much faster you're running, but I think you just have to use the bike in select few places. Kind of like in red and blue. Okay. Alright, should you know what? I'm actually, honestly, I don't even think I need return, but I'm gonna go get it just in case. I'm gonna skip vitamins too. I just do not think I need vitamins. I really should use a max ether though on Aegislash. Aegislash has pretty much been my go-to default move, just because not many things in Crystal resist flying. Like, there aren't many rock types in the Johto section. There's not many electric types. But for Ghost, there's a lot of normal types, and for Sacred Sword, there is a ton of poison types. Maybe for Red, that is a good point. So it's a good thing I got it. Alright, I really should use a full restore for this guy coming up, because he does have Houndoom. Where's the Hyper Potion? Here it is. Swords Dance. Really? This is not good. Alright, as long as... Hopefully I can... Dude, stat change is eliminated. Well, at least I still won, but... That could have been my first reset. Oh my god. I'm not gonna get the pink bow. Alright, so for this area right here, this guy's a predictable spinner. Y'all saw nothing. I'm gonna get rest just in case. Get the protein. No encounters. Last step, man. Alright, so yeah, Blackthorn is definitely an area I do not want to use the bike. There's too many ledges here. Oh, crud. Okay, yep, first reset. At least that was a quick one. Mainly just because I forgot to heal my status. An ether. Oh, yeah. Well, minor time loss. I'll definitely need to equip the Paralysis Cure Berry for the Dragonairs, because what I'm hoping for is, I'm hoping one turn of setup until I get hit with Thunderwave will be enough to one-shot the Dragonairs and then two-shot the Kingdra. I mean, Return would be so much more powerful right now. Should I just get rid of... I think I might have to get rid of Shadow Sneak. Because I do not see how Shadow Sneak's going to help at all. Yeah, okay. I need to unteach Return, or teach Return right now. Alright, I'm really hoping this person doesn't paralyze me. Oh my god. I should have expected that. Well, I'm gonna have to hope for my one turn of setup, she misses Thunderwave. See, all I had to do was ask. All I had to do was ask. And what do you know? I actually got it. Let's see if it two-shots Kingdra. Oh, yeah. Gotta get the Max Elixir for later. Get the Dratini, get the Dratini, get the Dratini. Dratini, Dratini, Dratini. Get the Dratini. Do not forget the Dratini like an idiot. Do not forget Dratini. Dratini, Dratini. There we go. You guys have some of you new viewers will have no idea how often I forget that Dratini. I have to get it for waterfall usage. That is not the repel. One day it'll be a meme. A lot of stuff on here is a meme. Okay. I think... Alright, he starts with Sneasel. 1, 2, 3. Alright, he's gonna send out the Haunter. I need to use Aerial Ace for it. Alright, get the full restores. I wonder if I should teach Shadow Ball for Will. No, I have Swords Dance. It'll be fine. Although, I am going to get hit with a Confuse Ray. Really? That is rare, actually. Will almost always uses a turn 1 Confusion. Oftentimes, that Bitterberry I get on Route 30, 31, I wonder if I should equip it just for Will here. Because he always confuses me. I've had resets many times in the past, all because of Confuse Ray. So, honestly, I may need to remember to start doing that, because I do have the Bitterberry. Okay, we're good. It did nothing. Well, I did hit myself a couple of times, but I'm thinking of, like, for newer runs in the future. Like tomorrow. Like, just equip the Bitterberry for Will. Dude, that fortress is annoying sometimes. Yeah, this Elite Four is going pretty darn well, I'd say. Plus, remember, we're immune to normal and fighting. What on Bruno's team? Well, his Hitmontop has Dig, but is there anybody else? Let's see, the Onyx has some moves, Hitmontop has Dig. And it likes to use Dig turn 1, so that's effectively a free turn of setup. Okay, the Hitmonchan has punches, but that doesn't count. This guy can't even hit me. Well, he has Foresight, but... Sacred Sword. This thing has Rock Slide, yeah. Stat changes aren't applying to your stats in the overlay. That's because in Generation 2... in Gen 1, inside the code, it actually did update the stats, but in Gen 2 they fixed it, so it'll just adjust to your damage formula. I could have the overlay show it, but I don't really mind it too much. It's a really good thing I got Aerial Ace for this fight. I did have to use Sacred Sword on the Umbreon, mainly because I was running low on power points. Dude. Max Elixir. Okay, I think I'll equip the Quick Claw now. So I think the plan here is just to set up my Swords Dances and sweep with Return. Because what's this thing gonna do? What do you mean Dig will do nothing? We're a Steel Ghost type. I didn't backport Levitate. This thing doesn't even get Levitate. Alright, I think the Aerodactyl and Charizard will outspeed. Oh, I already beat the Charizard. Never mind. Honestly, I've effectively had 0 resets in the Johto section. My one reset was because on a trainer in Claire's gym, I forgot to heal my burn. And I had to reset and heal. But if I had if either I didn't get burned or I remembered to use a full heal, I would have been fine. It's not like the low HP was a problem, it was the fact I was burned. Okay, so now we have the Kanto section. The Kanto section is where you can get the most bang for your buck for getting the bike, because you have to do a lot of overworld travel. You're barely stopping in half of these cities. Fun fact, when you get out of the ship, your teleport point is set to Vermilion, so you can actually just do this. Alright, I actually don't get on the bike here just yet. I wait till I'm on this route. Me being on the bike or not cannot help with that guy. That guy's a random spinner. He's not predictable. Alright, I'm gonna get off. Oh, dude, I really hate this guy. They put that guy at just the right spot to where if you don't take the exact path around him, he will always see you. That has got to be a record. All my homies hate the Magnemite spinner. We all hate the Magnemite spinner. Alright, now I just got to fly to Saffron. I might actually hold off on equipping leftovers for now. Usually equipping leftovers early on, if you're not going to struggle with the Kanto section, is actually a time loss because you have to go through the animation of healing your HP. If you're not going to struggle in the Kanto section, you're pretty much better off waiting until blue or red to equip your leftovers. Okay, I'm actually a bit kind of worried about Erica because I need to set up one Swords Dance. I don't remember if her lead has Sleep Powder or not. It won't be that bad because, what can she even do to me? I'm a Steel type. It just went for Giga Drain anyway. Also, I'm not really worried about the Tangela living. The Tangela usually has the highest defense on her whole team. If anything survives a hit, it's usually the Tangela. Yeah, that's another little bit of time loss if you do get the bike, that the guy calls you. So, the Espeon will get off a Sand Attack, but... or Mud Slap or whatever it is, but... Aerial Ace. Actually, since I didn't get hit, I might actually switch to Return. Also, I really hate how Gen 2 you can't dig out of her gym like you can in the other gens. Alright. Somebody needs to remind me. When I return the machine part, I need somebody to please remind me to fight Misty. Because I've had a bunch of runs where I actually forget to go back to fight her. Yeah, Res Charizard might be the only possible threat from here on out. Because I can set up on the Pikachu. Actually, sort of. Because, I mean, we are very defensive, but it can hit us with Thunders. Charm isn't actually going to be that big a deal. Yeah, no property damage in Gen 2. Sad. Actually, I'm really upset you actually can't escape rope out of the radio tower in this game. I'll definitely need to use the elixir pretty soon. Yep, return the part. Please and thank you. Honestly, I might be better doing solo runs on stream instead of, like, offline, but I kind of have to do second attempt playthroughs off stream because, mainly because of what happened with Ursaring. I ended up failing my playthroughs a lot, so I had to do 3 separate streams, and I just don't want to clog up your feed like that, so I'm not going to do second playthroughs on stream unless it's part of the first playthrough in the same streams, but whenever I do the first playthroughs on stream, it feels like I play better. Unless I'm with Scott, of course, in which case I suck horribly and don't deserve to play this game ever again. Well, I'm pretty sure boss KO, no matter what, Charizard will outspeed. Because our speed stat is not good. Alright, get the machine part. Annie, didn't you clearly see Misty had a boyfriend? Nice try. Thanks for the reminder. Alright, now we're gonna play the game. Does Lapras survive a hit? That Lapras usually likes to survive hits. Ah, it crit. I guess we'll never know. It's basically just nervousness because Scott's audience kind of has higher expectations because of how good he is at Crystal. So I'm just really worried about messing up. I'll fight the boss KO Gentleman really quick, and then we can fight Surge. Actually, Surge might actually be a bit of a problem. I might actually save. I don't think his Raichu's going to go down in one hit with Return. I'm worried I may need to use a Swords Dance. And I get paralyzed. That's exactly what I was worried about. I mean, at least his Electrode can't hit me. Dude, you're awesome yourself. No need to be nervous, you got this. Yeah, I mean, I don't expect to, like, beat him or anything, although Steve's beaten him twice. It's just, I get super nervous, and I make a lot of very dumb mistakes. It happened during the Kyogre stream we did with him. Go back and watch it. I forgot the Pokedoll, which is why my Kyogre run is 35th place on my leaderboard, even though for Steve, it's, like, top 5. Alright, I need to heal this paralysis, but I'm not going to be fighting any trainers right away. Yeah, this area right here is really good for the bike. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and get this rare candy. Do not see me. Fuck. Man, if only this thing's attack stat wasn't so horrible, this thing could get sub-hour. I don't think this will get sub-hour, though. It'll be really cutting it on the wire, but I think this could get like a 101. A low 101, maybe. But yeah, we're fighting Blaine. Why do you ask like it's a question? Oh, is it because I didn't go straight to Brock? That's a new strat Steve and I developed. It's faster. It's basically faster whenever we leave Diglett's Cave. Instead of going up to Pewter and then straight down to Pallet, just go straight down to Pallet, do Blaine and Janine, fly back to Viridian, fight Blue, and then go north and do Brock. It's because, here's the thing, the amount of steps you save, the amount of steps you have to do when you go to Brock's gym and then back down, those specific steps, you actually do not have to do with this route. Plus, you only have to try and pass the Beedrill guy once, but with the old way, you had to do it twice. Okay, the Pidgeot should be just fine to set up on, although this thing does have Whirlwind, but it's not as smart as in the Generation 3, where if I set up too much, the opponent will prioritize Whirlwind. The AI is not smart enough to do that. Oh no, reflect. Yep, now I can go back up here, go in this grass, go up here. Okay, this guy is a predictable spinner, so I can just do that. So then after I fight Brock, I can go straight to Pallet Town and just fly there. This probably doesn't save too much time. I think it only really saves, like, maybe, like, 5 or 6 seconds worth of walking. But I kind of like this strat better, so me and Steve both do it. Actually, I started doing this strat not because I thought it was faster. I did it mainly because I wanted to pass by that spinner only once instead of twice. Because that spinner has 3 Beedrills, and you really do not need experience this late in the game. It was mainly to try and avoid the spinner, but it ended up later. We ended up realizing later that that it actually was a bit faster. I've had a lot of practice. I hate this grass. Yeah, this area right here is also a pretty good one to use the bike. I'm gonna skip the rare candy over there. I don't think it's needed. Alright, use all the rare candies. 5. I think I should teach rest, too. Oh, so long, Aegislash. Hopefully, Thunder doesn't do too much to us. We'll see. That was a crit. Okay, that's not fair. Yeah, I got the Quick Claw proc. Nice. Dude, another crit? Oh. Okay, that was insanely stupid. Also sad we missed the sub-hour. I feel like this thing would need very perfect luck to get sub-hour. Alright, it's very interesting he actually sent out Venusaur. I think it's because he has Sunny Day. I can actually use this opportunity to set up, but I'm pretty sure the Charizard's gonna outspeed. How much does Flamethrower do? Okay. So, we need to make sure to have full health. We cannot let the Venusaur set up. Dude, paralysis again? Dude, this is the most accurate Pikachu in the whole series. I swear to God. Dude, crit again. Alright, he's using Thunderbolt. I think he ran out of Thunders. Alright, I am a bit worried. Even though we're not letting Venusaur set up Sunny Day, Flamethrower might still KO. Yeah, especially at that low of HP. Anime accurate. We don't get Mud Slap, do we? Oh, I sold it. Right. What's gonna be the best plan for this guy? I have the Quick Claw. Actually, Leftovers might be the better idea. Because if I can keep my health up... If I can keep my health up, I should be able to survive Flamethrower. Okay, that was close. Alright, I'm actually gonna have to stall on the Venusaur. Alright, hopefully it doesn't use Sunny Day. Alright, it did, so... I need to stall until the sunlight fades. Sunlight faded? Used it again. Fuck, dude. Solar Beam, Sun Faded, Sunny... Okay, this thing is straight up not going to avoid Sunny Day. Honestly, I feel like the play is Quick Claw. Yeah, we just have to get lucky. We have to get a Quick Claw on Charizard. There's no way to have that Venusaur not use Sunny Day. It's just not happening. Well, good news for all you guys. There will be a second playthrough. Because we need to plan the whole run around Red. What? Oh, I'm a dumbass. I only set up... question. Was Sunny Day up? My mic's a bit funky. I don't think so. The lawn's being mowed outside. Did anyone see when that Charizard killed me with Flamethrower? Was Sunny Day up? It was? Okay. Because if the Sunny Day was not up and it killed, I would have been extremely worried. Dude, don't... Uh-oh. Hopefully +4 is enough. Dude, no. What? Dude. I'm playing this fight horribly. Oh my god. Well, survived a Flamethrower without a Sunny Day. That's a good sign. Alright, so that Espeon most likely would have either used Psychic or Mud Slap. So I pretty much have to get a Quick Claw on Charizard. I really do not like how the run has to resort to that kind of luck, but... Hold on. Okay, I was +6. +6, and that lived. Honestly, I think I skipped too many rare candies. I picked up the rare candies I pick up every single run, but clearly for Aegislash, I just straight up need more rare candies. I mean, there are plenty of them I did skip. Like, let's see. I didn't get the Whirl Islands, which I do not plan on getting that one. I did not get the one in Mount Mortar. There's one in Tin Tower. Anywhere else? I know that... Oh, Lake of Rage. I didn't get the Lake of Rage candy. I should actually get that next run. Okay, yeah. The low attack is really starting to hurt. Oh, yeah, I just, added it to the overlay, so now it's dual typing. Dude, this thing's attack stat is horrible. Alright, I feel like if I'm at low health on the Pikachu, I should just use Rest on the Venusaur. It doesn't matter if he uses Sunny Day anyway, because I have to get a Quick Claw. But if I get lucky, just like now, it can live. Yep. Actually, you know what's funny? You know what? I wonder if it's better to set up on the Venusaur instead. I'm gonna try that, actually. I'm gonna try setting up on the Venusaur instead of Pikachu, and just get rid of the Pikachu right away. Okay, this, quite shit. And again, I did get hit with a Charm. Maybe I should use a turn 1 Swords Dance on the Pikachu in case it charms, and then defeat it in 2 hits. Okay. My level's way too low. This thing needs level 70. I think for all intents and purposes, I'm gonna go into my bag and just give myself some rare candies. Return, Rest, Rain Dance, Swords Dance? That's an interesting one, actually. You know what? Hold on. I think I've done that strat with another backport recently. Let me try that. Rain Dance. Alright, 1 copy of Rain Dance. So long, Sacred Sword. Yeah, it would effectively guarantee it. Honestly, I could probably eliminate the need for Quick Claw, too. Because I outspeed the Venusaur anyway. I think setting up on the Pikachu might still be the better play. Alright, that leaves me with plenty of health for the Espeon, which will use Psychic. For, like, literally nothing. And, the Snorlax is gonna be a 2-hit. Plus, the Blastoise isn't gonna benefit from this rain because he sends it out last. Yeah, he did his own rain. 110.34. I just missed the under. This could have been sub-hour. Why does Charizard have Fire Spin? It's because, Red's from Generation 1. Fire Spin's, like, an awesome OP move. He has no idea that ways have changed. Okay, so I will have to do a second run. I literally got 12 resets on Red. 1 on a random-ass trainer. So, yeah. I'll have to get Rain Dance for the next run. And, fortunately, I don't have to get it in the Slowpoke well. There's a guy in there who gives Rain Dance. I can go to the department store in Celadon and purchase one. I think my only route changes is purchase Swords Dance. Or not, purchase Rain Dance, get Rest, get the usual rare candies, and, yeah, still get Return. But honestly, getting some extra vitamins may help. It'll make the Blastoise not, it'll make it a one-shot, but I don't think it's gonna matter. The Blastoise is not an issue. Yeah, almost everything gets Rain Dance in Sunny Day and newer games. Let's, go ahead and start the second run. I kind of don't want to set the poll for under an hour. I feel like something could go wrong. I'm going to set the over-under at something a bit more conservative. I might put the under at 103. 103 to 106. Because I did arrive at red under an hour. So, we'll see. I just don't want to set it for under an hour, because I feel like that's going to be setting expectations too high. You expected to do so well? Honestly, no. I did not, actually. I mean, the low attack stat and, like, things constantly not being one-shots were annoying, but the higher defense actually did help out a lot. Especially, like, if I had the... If this was reversed and I had the high attack but low defense, this thing actually would be a lot harder. It'd be a lot harder to set up on red. There's a little mosquito flying around here. It's gone. Alright, let's get started. 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, we gotta aim for that sub-hour. After 1 Swords Dance, the effective attack is more than 100 base, and you get Swords Dance at level 1. Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying starting with Swords Dance is bad. It's just the fact that a lot of random fights, I need to set up a Swords Dance or two. It's gonna end up costing some time. It's gonna bleed some time. That's what I'm saying. Like, if this thing had 80 attack instead of 50, this thing would be honestly one of the best Pokemon ever. Yeah, honestly, if attack mode Aegislash would straight up be worse. Because having only 50 defense and special defense is actually really bad for a solo run. You don't want to run glass cannons. Like, glass cannons generally do not do good in Crystal. They do good in most other games, but not Crystal, because on Red, Pokemon that usually have higher defensive stats are actually really good for Red. I'm gonna name it // today. Really? I'm gonna need to remember at will to equip that Bitterberry. You know, fun fact, in Generation 2, there's actually an event Onyx that gets Sharpened. Imagine running Onyx with Sharpened. What would that be like? It'd be a very interesting run, honestly. Yeah, I saw his new Fire Red video. It's one of my least favorite Pokemon. It's the P word. Hey, I actually found a Bellsprout. Darn. Almost would have been first try. Dude. There we go. His Fire Red Porygon video is not members only. It's members first. There's an option on YouTube to set an uploaded video for members only, and then it'll public on a different date. I actually did it with a few of my own videos. You can actually set a video to be members only for like 24 hours in advance, and then when the 24 hours are up, it becomes public. The one disadvantage is that the videos cannot be live premieres, but honestly, I'm thinking of doing that when I start editing videos again in the near future. Near-ish future. I might actually stop doing live premieres and just do that. Set it to members only, and then it'll just go public on its own time. Because if I set it as a premiere, I'd have to show up myself. There'll usually be like 3 people. I think it's better off just going public right away, because most people actually do not watch premiering videos. I'm actually one of them. If I see a video premiering, I will actually wait until it's done to watch it. So I think videos being set to premiere mode at first, I think that de-incentivizes some people from watching it, because they don't want to join in and it's already half over. Annie, are you sure you're not thinking of Scott's Pseudo-Widow video? Usually if a video is set to members first, during the initial 24 hours or so, it will say members only. But once it go public, it does change to members first. But yeah, honestly, it's kind of a hassle for me to like get myself to show up to premieres, so when I start releasing edited videos, they're just going to be members first, which will be another reason to become a member, by the way. And yeah, and just have it go public from there. Yeah, he does premieres too. Not for all of his videos. But whenever Scott does a premiere, the video usually comes out while I'm at work, and I want to listen to it. I actually just wait for the premiere to be over. Like, if the premiere's still going on, I actually do not watch it. Because I don't want it to jump in halfway through and I get spoiled. Nice, I avoided the kid. Alright, now I need to go buy the escape ropes and repels. Eight escape ropes. 7 repels. Really convenient that there's 2 ethers hidden here. bicycle. Up here. Yeah, I know that, but I'm just not the biggest fan myself of going to premieres. I know there are a lot of people who will choose to wait until later to watch it. Because I remember seeing some other people do polls on this, saying, would you rather see them as premieres or just straight up videos? Not many people prefer them to be premieres. Not many people do. Plus, I even asked Scott this, if having a video as a premiere first... Oh my god, I just got a +10 haircut. Nice. He says he usually doesn't notice a difference. Plus, I do sort of wonder if they end up hurting my channel and my video in the short term for views. Because if not as many people show up at the start for a premiere, that actually can affect a video, because if not as many people are clicking on it, that may de-incentivize the algorithm from showing it. Oh, fuck. Good thing I got a full heal. Well, I mean, it helps, like if people see the video will premiere, they'll be like, oh, okay, the video will actually come out at this time. But here's the thing, like, I release a schedule every week. If I have a video planned, you guys will know about it. So honestly, I don't think there's much of a point in me doing that. What the? Dude. Whitney, that's not cool. He metronomed Whirlwind. Hey, that's just not cool. Oh, John, the first run went pretty dang good up until red. I got 12 resets at red. But, Yokai mentioned a pretty great solution. It's mainly to do with red's Charizard, because the Venusaur is always going to set up a sunny day, and there's no way to avoid it. What he suggested is go into the fight with Rain Dance. And, I did that, and I won first try. So I'm going to be playing the run mostly the same as last time, except I'll buy Rain Dance. I'm just hoping I can get a sub-hour run. Yeah, Scott doesn't do schedules, because, I guess I mean, he has an internal schedule. Like, I could talk to him, and if he wanted to, he could tell me all of his video plans for the rest of the year. Because I know he schedules those. He usually plans out the entire year's worth of videos at the start, and then he starts working on it. If that makes any sense. Yeah, John, it's the defense form, because when you send Aegislash out in battle, it's always in defense form by default. Whenever Steve and I have a precedent, whenever we do something that has different forms, the default form is what we do. Like, when you send it out into battle, what is the first form? So, like, technically, I remember telling Steve he should do Wishy-Washy, because it has the lowest stat total in the whole series. But that's just solo form Wishy-Washy. But when you send Wishy-Washy out into a battle, it starts out in its schooled form. It only turns into the weak form at below half health. So, yeah, it starts out at the good form. So if we backport it, it's going to be the good form. Plus, honestly, based on the first run, I think the attack form would just straight up be worse, because This thing, having Swords Dance with incredibly good defense stats, it's actually really, really good, especially for red. Like in Crystal, I mentioned this before, you really do not want to run glass cannons because glass cannons struggle at red pretty bad. But if you do something that's defensive with a setup move like Curse, then you're going to have an extremely easy time at red. Really? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay, we're good. Actually, Onyx with Fissure is actually pretty cool. Never punished. Well, that technically wasn't a punishment. Whenever I say never punished, it means I go into a fight knowing I did something bad. Like, I forget to heal or I forget to save. But then I end up lucking my way through. Like, if I'm like, oh shoot, I'm at 1 HP for this Haunter. And then I critical hit it. And I'm like, well, never punished. Getting bad luck, that's just called normal. That's just normal Pokemon right there. I was thinking these backwards. Would you ever run a Clefairy Clefable with the fairy form? No. We have done Pokemon like that before, like we did Modern Weedle. It would have to be a modern moveset. I don't want to do that with most Pokemon from Gen 1 and Gen 2. Weedle was just the exception because it's freaking Weedle. Alright, so we've learned from the first run, everything here is a one-shot except for the Gengar. But the Gengar lives at red health. Oh, I should have set up an extra Swords Dance. Well, never punished. It missed. It missed Hypnosis anyway. Ah, I hate that Corsola trainer. There's really no good way to avoid her. Gotta get the super repels. Oh, I forgot the lure ball. Oh, I got it anyway. Nope. Really? Alright, I need to heal at the center. I mean, it'd be interesting, especially in Fire and Crystal, since Fairy type or the normal type just changed. It would just help with trainers that are easy versus hard. You could do a race. I don't really want to do races that are mostly similar to each other. I don't feel like that's too interesting. Like, what would be a good example of this? Kind of like Snorlax, with or without amnesia. I don't usually like racing the same Pokemon with, like, a different rule for each one. I'm not really a fan of those. I mean, John, on Friday, Steve and I will be doing Mimikyu, which is a fairy type. I mean, so far, fairy types are horrible in Johto. Like, their moves offensively are just straight up horrible. And they're just... It makes Jasmine harder. Also, this fight's absolutely free, as I've said before. I outspeed his Poliwrath, and the only thing it could even do was just Surf, but I one-shot it anyway. So this fight's free. Just like Karina from X and Y. That is not... may as well just return it now. I wanted to fly back to, Ekritik, but since I flew here by accident, may as well just return the thing while I'm here. Actually, I could probably just do Jasmine right away. Because... as long as the Magnemites are one-shots with Sacred Sword, which they usually are, I should be fine. I don't have potions. I'm sure Sacred Sword will still one-shot. Yep. Wow. Nice, crit. I'm not going to pick up Rain Dance in the well. I'm going to buy it at the Celadon department store. You can also buy Sunny Day there, too. Darn it, I was really hoping that guy would have moved. Alright, I need to get the rare candy here. I'm gonna get this full restore. Oh my... dude. That Gyarados almost freaking killed me. Should I use a potion? I really don't want to. I still feel like all the Rocket Grunts from here until the free Lance Heal are gonna be... like, I'm not gonna really take damage. So, I think I'll be fine. I have enough Sacred Swords for the Magnemite guy. Yeah, I should be fine. Protein. Yeah, I will go get that. Thank you. I'll need to go get the one in the, the ice cave, too. Actually, I could buy some proteins in the department store, too, if I can. Nice. I avoided him there. Can I avoid him on the way back? It's almost impossible for me to avoid that trainer. Wow. Nice. That spinner has 3 Pokemon, by the way. I'll use the protein during the same menuing where I escape rope out. Yeah, it's a good thing I didn't use Swords Dance. Alright, Electrodes, please blow yourself up. You know you want to. Thank you. What about you? Alright, teach Whirlpool, use the protein, escape rope. I totally did not use it on the Krabby. Y'all saw nothing. Darn, Douglas. I get the feeling if I go too fast he sees me, but then again, he's not a predictable spinner. He's a random spinner. He spins randomly. Buffed Krabby. That is not where I wanted to fly. Alright, I'm not gonna get return. Actually, I should get return now. No. Alright, how many proteins can I buy? 4. Just buy 3. Hopefully I'll have enough. Hopefully I'll be able to use the one protein in the ice path. Alright, don't need Shadow Sneak anymore. No, I have never thought of calling that person that. Shut up, Jigglypuff. Man, this section's still boring. It's just a good thing the instant text really speeds up the rocket section so it doesn't feel as bad, but my goodness. Really? That is not the right move. Okay, that was an adventure I had around the bag. Rocket Stuff and Crystal has such a weird level curve. The whole game has a weird level curve. Nope. Alright, so for this fight, I need to use two... Oh, I hate it when that happens. I need to use 2 Swords Dances and sweep with Aegislash. Anto is worse. The whole game, in general. Here's the thing, like, especially from blue to red, that's just insane. At least Heart Gold Soul Silver tried to fix it, but it's still pretty bad. The 7th Gym Leader's Ace is lower than the 6th Gym Leader's Ace, and the 6th Gym Leader's Ace is level 35. Plus, there are trainers in Kanto with, like, Janine is lower leveled than Claire. None of Janine's Pokemon are level 40. That should tell you something. Plus, you know how on Mondays, whenever I do an early morning stream, it's usually been a first playthrough only in, like, Platinum? I'm nearly done with Platinum re-ranks. I think offline, I'll stream one in the Discord server probably tonight. I just finished Mewtwo earlier today, which took way too freaking long. Mewtwo has a lot of luck-dependent spots, but I just have Electivire, Charizard, and, I think that's just it, Electivire and Charizard. I plan on doing Electivire tonight. Plus, after when I'm done with Platinum, I'll do Heart Gold. I really want to do Heart Gold. Yeah, honestly, John, when I decided to make that a part of my rules, to mandate myself I do round 2 of the league before red, it smooths out the level curve, so I can save more of my rare candies for red. Plus, it makes things more interesting, because round 2 is literally right there. It's only 5 trainers. Although, me mandating round 2 of the Elite Four actually made Tyranitar way worse. I think in my optimized playthrough that I had with Tyranitar, I believe Tyranitar, I think it has like 47 resets on my leaderboard, and I think half of those resets were round 2 Blaine. Or not round 2 Bruno. And about 10 of them were round 1 Bruno. Like, Bruno caused like 75% of its resets. Like, it's insane. Who was your hero? Full heal. That is not what I meant to do. I should have used the full restore first before that full heal. Whatever. Alright. When I get to the director, I will need to use the Max Ether on return and then Escape Rope. When I say Bruno's Johto exclusive, I ain't lying. I mean, they put Bruno in Fire Red and Leaf Green. How do you explain that? Let me guess. They stole that from Crystal. That is pretty unlucky. It's a good thing I picked up that max potion. The triple hiker. Hey, do not badmouth Fire Red and Leaf Green Bruno. If you're ever using anything that's a special attacker does not get stabbed psychic, or you're weak to fighting like normal or rock or steel, you're gonna have an extremely hard time with Bruno. Extremely hard time. Honestly, normal types in Fire Red Leaf Green doing Bruno, it's often harder than fire types against Lorelei. Sounds fair to me. It's the hiker in red and blue and yellow. Get rest. Can I use the protein? No. Alright, I don't need to heal this time, so just from that, I'm actually going to avoid what was my very first reset in the last run. Actually, I really should have gotten the pink bow. Oh well, I'll be fine. I say as I get paralyzed. Alright, I need to get some full heals. Just because there are more people in here who could paralyze me, and I'd rather not take any chances. Round 2, Bruno and Fire Leaf Green's best version of Bruno. The best version of Bruno is the Heart Gold Soul Silver Round 2 Bruno. $45. Alright, I gotta equip the Paralysis Cure Berry. Alright, so I'm gonna get one turn of setup on the Dragonair and then sweep. Yeah, keep this in mind, damage category split. Yeah, that's also a good point. That's the Silver Rematch Bruno. Also has Lucario. Yep, and he has a Hariyama too, I believe. Actually, does Heart Gold Soul Silver Round 2 Bruno still have Steelix? I don't remember. It's been a while. Dratini, 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 Dratini. no, I prefer him with the Steelix using Fire and Leaf Green. I get that, yeah. Him with Steelix is incredibly threatening. It does not. I wish it did. Ratini. Ratini. See, I'm learning. Yeah, Hitmontop is a pretty terrible Pokemon, honestly. I think, assuming modern day, I think Hitmonchan is way better than Hitmonlee. Hello, Sumgal. I don't know what the BGC likes, honestly. If Axie was still here, he'd be happy to tell you some of that stuff. Darn it. I avoided her in the first run, now she got me. It cares when Incineroar isn't there. Interesting. One, two, three. That's how many licks it takes to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop. And Magneton's shiny is quite ugly. It's like all browned out. Just looks washed. I mean, Kadabra's shiny I don't really like either. Haunter and Gengar shiny look good if you only look at Gen 2 and Gen 3. Ignore the 3D models. Bitterberry, Bitterberry. This should help me get one free setup on the Xatu. There we go. So honestly, there's two places that's good to have a Bitterberry. Chuck and Will. But honestly, for Chuck, Mintberry might just be better. Just because I think he's more likely to screw you with Hypnosis than Dynamic Punch. If he hits you with Dynamic Punch, the damage from it might just kill you anyway. Gotta get up in 4 hours, and your wife already asked you twice to get to bed. Well, thank you for stopping by. Oh. Oh my god, you stupid fortress. Just blow yourself up. Oh my god. It reminds me of Pelipper from Gen 3. Why does this music sound vaguely Metroidy? Look above my face in the web camera. You can see some scrolling text. That's the name of the song. It's Deep From Within from, I think it's its Super Mystery Dungeon. That is not what I meant to do. I mean, I switched all my streams to have Mystery Dungeon music, mainly because it's more of a relaxing type of music. And, it's not getting copyright claimed. Like, whenever I've used, for these streams, if I used music from Crystal, I'm telling you, 50% of the time something gets copyright claimed. It really pisses me off. You know what? I'm actually not gonna heal, because if I go into Karen at not full health, her Umbreon is way less likely to use Sand Attack, yet it used it anyway, of course. I'm gonna die. I saved. Yeah, I did. Alright. I'm not doing that again, then. Karen usually loves to give first resets. Dude, did I seriously just dodge 2 sand attacks? Man, I think Ike might be lurking in this stream, I swear. It's supposed to, but I didn't know how to backport that part. I mean, I could have made it a no-miss hit, but that wouldn't really make sense. It only ignores the opponent's evasion. It doesn't ignore your accuracy. And it's supposed to ignore the opponent's defense changes, so I figured the best compromise was just to make it a high crit move. Just saw the red fight, I was away. It's better to use Shadow Ball on red than return. Would it be, though? Actually, you actually have a point, Axio. Because, Shadow Ball with Stab actually does more damage. Plus, the Blastoise barely lived. I mean, everything was still a one-shot anyway. The only difference with teaching Shadow Ball is that it'll make the Blastoise a one-shot too, even though the Blastoise wasn't really hard. Yeah, I'm not gonna have Sacred Sword for the, what's it called? I'm not gonna have it for Snorlax because I have to teach Rain Dance. Because if I don't teach Rain Dance, I have to hope for a Quick Claw proc, and I just don't want to do that. Honestly, here's the thing. Something I could do is, not teach Rest and just rely entirely on leftover healing, but I think the Pikachu would have to say something about that. But anyway, I need a damaging move, I need Rest, and I need Swords Dance, and Rain Dance. So honestly, I don't think I can use Shadow Ball, because I'll either have to... Because I either need to keep Return to damage everything, or I'd have to delete one of those other 3 moves. And it's just going to be for the Snorlax. Or not the Snorlax, the Blastoise. Everything else is a one-hit. So I feel like messing with my final moveset just for one Pokemon that's not even a threat, I don't think that's worth it. Are you serious? 2 encounters. I never encounter something in that water. Darn it. Magnemite guy. Alright, I'm gonna get off my bike just for this one spinner coming up, because he is very annoying. Yep, it was that guy. That guy is extremely awful. Oh god. Well, I completely screwed up that one room, but fortunately I found my way back. I hate this. Yeah, that could have gone better. I should use more slow level up Pokemon. Maybe that way I'll be able to end up not over leveled. That would help, I guess. I don't know. I feel like even with slow level up Pokemon, I mean, in Johto playthroughs, I never had a problem of being overleveled, unless I was using one Pokemon. If I was using a team of 6, I'm always under-leveled. Honestly, Platinum's like one of those games where even if I fight all the trainers, I'm still under-leveled, because their level curve goes up pretty dang fast, especially in Shining Pearl, when I did that for the Nuzlocke. Good thing that missed. Nice. I think with the Let's Go games, maybe problem... Hold on. I think with the Let's Go games, there are many problems, but I think the post-game should have been Johto. I think there's a lot more problems with Let's Go than just that. They should have made it like an actual Pokemon game, not a Switch version of Pokemon Go. Like, if it was an actual game, like, if it was a normal Pokemon game that functioned like most others, more people would like it. Oh my god. They should have had the Fire Leaf Rain post-game been Johto. I disagree with that. They don't need the post-game to be Johto because it's a Kanto game, not a Johto game. The whole point of Johto is that there's a Kanto section because the whole region of Johto, it's just really small. Like, I actually like the Sebi Islands. Like, it's a really neat idea to, like, just go to an archipelago and where, like, there's completely different territory, there's new Pokemon to discover, mainly ones from Johto. Because, I mean, they didn't do that because obviously they'd rather wait for the Johto remix to do that. Wonder if I can get sub-hour. Alright, do not fight the Nugget guy this time. Wrong town. Y'all saw nothing. I wasn't paying attention. Nice. I was gonna have to set up Swords Dance anyway. Most PokeTubers rank Let's Go in the F tier. I think the many problems. One, it did not need 2 games. The catch mechanics casual leveling up is caching gym restriction 5, the story. Oh yeah, they really screwed up the Kanto story. Taking Red and Blue out of like the main character ship and just having you and some dumb kid named Trace. Like, like they completely changed the story entirely. Not for the better. Plus the catching mechanics. Like, if it was just a normal remake of Yellow, where the battles functioned like normal, you played as red, and the rival was blue, and, like, everything like that, if it was just Yellow version with better graphics, people would like it a lot more. But people don't want to play the portable version of Pokemon Go. Or the Switch version of Go. People don't want that, plus the story being completely different. Plus, why are there Mega Evolutions in Kanto? Like, that game, there's no reason for Mega Evolutions to be in that game. Portable version of Pokemon game. I mean, the game looks nice. The graphics look nice. I just wish it was just a normal Pokemon game, like, just a normal remake of Yellow, which is what I thought it was. I actually thought when I first saw it, it was just a remake of Yellow, but there was the option to have, like, the rival use Pikachu and you use Eevee. But it ended up just being a lot more than that. I mean, here's the thing, John. Like, I remember Shadow was bringing this up earlier today. I don't have a problem with friendly rivals. I don't have a problem with that. I mean, Shadow did make a good point when she mentioned, people are just annoyed of, dick suckers for rivals, basically. Like, rivals who will do nothing to try and challenge you or help you grow stronger. They just do nothing but ride your ass. That's why I think Pneumonia was honestly one of the better rivals, because she was your childhood friend, but at the same time, she constantly pushed you. Not in, like, the mean kind of way, like your rival, in, like, this game, or Red and Blue. But Pneumonia was honestly one of the better rivals. Pneumonia's Pokemon's Goku, right? I forgot. Alright, it's a good thing I just looked at my badges. I just realized I didn't fight Misty, so as soon as I beat Brock, I need to go fight Misty. It's a measuring contest. I mean, if you looked at Nemona's story, she's a gambling addict for a reason. It's because, I think if I remember correctly, her parents were pretty wealthy. She was an only child. They didn't really pay attention to her that much. So the only way she would try and get people's attention was to be very good at battling. I did pick up leftovers, yes. I didn't equip them yet because if you don't need leftovers before blue or red, it's actually a time loss to try and equip it because after every fight, you're going to keep healing back health. There's no reason to teach it. There's no reason to equip it right now. I will equip it for red, of course, but throughout the rest of the Kanto section, which is already pretty easy, there's no reason to equip the leftovers. It's a waste of time. Yeah, her addiction is gambling. Or, battling. Yeah, you're right. It's been a 2.5-hour stream. Give me a break. Funded the Rocket Game Corner. Yeah, that's totally what I meant to say. Alright, gotta use a repel. Alright, gotta equip the leftovers. Oh shit, I forgot Rain Dance. I've got an escape rope, right? Yep. Oh, that was a stupid mistake. I had to screw it up at the last minute. Dude, get out of the way. That's why I set the over-under the way I did. Wait, teleport. Alright, rest over Sacred Sword. Leftovers. Alright, I didn't lose that much time, although I did just kill the hopes for a sub-hour run. Oh well. Not a big deal to me. Alright, I need to rest on this. And then as soon as I wake up, I need to use Rain Dance. Reflect. Okay, that's annoying. The reflect will wear off. Just did. Okay. He brings out Venusaur second because it has Sunny Day, which is a fire move. 101.27. Four hours flat. Yeah, under 103. This thing did really good, I'd say. Way better than I thought it would. I mean, this thing would have performed a lot better. Like, here's the thing. If I had this thing's defense stats, but instead of 50 attack, if I had 70 attack, honestly, even 60, this thing would just be a powerhouse. I was level 67. Yeah, obviously Heart Gold is much harder, but there are a lot more interesting strats, which is why I look forward to doing some more streams of it. Also, sadly, it doesn't seem like anybody stopped by, so it was just us today. Check it out, 9 minutes faster, and most of that time lost is at red. I did have one reset, and that was Karen. This could very easily be a no reset run, honestly. Check it out, 3rd place overall. It was 18 seconds slower than Haxorus. And Haxorus honestly played extremely well. Honestly, one of the best solutions to deal with Red and Heart Gold is moves including a good combo that a lot of Pokemon can do is Return, Rest, Attract, and Focus Punch. It's a really good strategy. But yeah, this was quite a good run. Anyway, this could have been first place. Probably. It would have been really cutting it close, though. This thing would need perfect luck. I mean, me backtracking for Rain Dance is like a 45-second time loss, but that was still a relatively unlucky red fight. But I think with Oh, Attract. Actually, no, I was wrong. It's Return, Attract. Oh, it's Return, Attract, rest, and focus punch. Yep, I may have said that correctly the first time. Alright. Yeah, thank you, Outstanding by everyone. I do appreciate it. Big thanks again to Kiwi. This was his suggested run. And if any of you want a suggested run, there are 3 ways to do it. Either become a member, minimum $5 super chat, or if you're already a member and you want a second one, you can gift a membership. Or, if you're already a member, every time your badge icon gets updated, you unlock another run. But, yeah, I will see you all tomorrow for